Are we on? Like we're just sitting here saying, like, we only want the top half of us film because we don't want any of our roles showing. We should be proud of our roles, shouldn't we, Tanya?
Exactly.
Everyone, this is Tanya Roney, and I've been talking to Tanya over some months now. Well, actually, a few years, really.
Yep.
And, oh, wow, well, let's just start at the beginning. So, one of how many children?
I'm the fourth child out of 6.
Wow, and you don't even hear of like families that size much now, do you?
No, you don't.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up at Gateshead West.
Okay.
I was born in Tasmania.
Oh, what a beautiful part of the earth that is, Tasmania.
That is. It's
Whereabouts in Tasmania?
I think it was Rosetta, I think.
Okay, and then you came over here when you were a small child?
Yeah, when I was 2. Yeah, my father died. My father died when I was about 2, and we all came over here to be with my mum's parents. Yeah.
And what happened to your father?
Epileptic fit, and he died when he was 32.
Wow, that's so young. Like, you've certainly had some amazing stuff happen to you in your life, and at the moment you're also going through nursing your sister because she's has terminal cancer. You know, and you just go, and you've always got a smile on your face, and you're always happy, and you've had shoulder surgery recently, and just now brain surgery. So I don't know how you keep going, but you're always so bubbly when you come into the shop and see me. You're always like, you know, most people would be just giving up, and I know that you won't give up because I know that you're really strong-willed, and you know, it's all about making sure that you don't, that you get up every day and you do something that matters, and
well,
you know,
you can't give up because I don't know, you just have to keep going, and you know, you just got to find that inner strength, you know, to keep going for yourself, and I don't know, just make sure that it goes along.
So let's go back to 19 months of headaches.
Lord.
You know,
Yes.
and when it first started, because I mean, what we're trying to do is paint the picture so that if there's someone out there that is having headaches, because I know we did have a guest on the show who'd had headaches for that amount of time, you know, as well as, and you know, it's not a normal thing. You should do something about it.
Oh, exactly.
So it was 19 months of headaches, and at first start, like when it first started, you obviously just thought, well, I've got a headache.
Yeah, around about May 2017, I was just weeding the driveway and didn't really think much of it, but the headache started then, and I started feeling sick in the belly, and I thought, you know, it's just a headache, I'll take some Aspro Clear or something like that and maybe it'll go away. So anyway, I went home, took some painkillers, and it went away for a bit, and I decided to have a lay down. I thought, well, when I get up, I thought, you know, it'll probably be gone, but no, it came back. And I thought, I don't like this. Anyway, this went on for about, I started getting real alarmed when it went on for about a week. And I thought,
So no relief at all?
No relief.
Was it just getting worse, or was it about the same?
It was about the same, but...
It was a week non-stop?
It was a week non-stop, and my doctor back then was Dr. Samana in Hassel Street, Hamo South. And anyway, because it started, the headaches were all frequent, like, well, it was an everyday thing. I went to her and I said, you know, I've had this headache and for so long and blah, blah, blah. And anyway, she sent me for an MRI. Anyway, I went for that and came back. And what it showed up then was a cyst about the size of my thumbnail on the base of the brain in a sack of water. And I thought, oh yeah, I thought, okay. So anyway, I didn't think much of it, but I still continued to get the headaches.
So did anyone explain to you what that was about? Like what?
Well, she said, sounds like as if I was born with this lump or whatever, but I reckon myself it takes, a knock or something, whatever, to make it come about. Anyway, what happened then was I was not getting any relief and I was getting worse and worse. Then I started taking the turns for fits. I had...
were they like seizures and they... So
yeah.
Describe that to me. So...
Well, first one I had was I was down at the house and I was just out in the backyard, and all of a sudden I just didn't feel well, and then all of a sudden I just went backwards and the eyes just rolled in my head and just everything kind of went black. And
were you on your own or did you have someone with you?
No, I had someone with me. I had another girl with me and she sent her daughter to go and get Daryl. Anyway...
Had you had anything like that before?
No. Anyway, poor Daryl, he was running around like a chook with his head cut off. And
as they do.
Yes. And he was trying... They got the ambulance for me. And anyway, another friend of ours, Nathan, apparently when I was coming out of it, I didn't know Daryl and I didn't know Nathan. Anyway, that was scary. So I thought to myself, oh my God, it was starting to happen then. And then...
Yeah, that would have been frightening, wouldn't it?
It was. They took me to hospital. I think I was home the next day, or they did tests on me and they couldn't really find like the cause of it. Then the next time I had one was a couple of months after that. I was up in Popran Lane and I was in like a little yard part. Anyway, I had another one then and just frothy at the mouth and everything like that.
So was the headache like it was still going on all this whole time?
Yep, the headache never left me. Anyway, another trip to the hospital and again they couldn't find anything. And then when I started getting them more frequently, like started getting the turns, that's when Daryl thought, no, something's up. Anyway, I eventually changed doctors from Dr. Samana to Dr. Shiva at Adamstown. Anyway, because I felt as if she wasn't doing enough for me. So anyway...
Well, you wanted answers.
I did.
Yeah. Well, so, you would. I mean, with all that going on. And so how long is this going... How long are we up to now that you've had...
This was about, nearly a year. Anyway.
After a year and it's still... Oh, wow.
Anyway, I told him all about it. Well, that was it. He sent me for the MRI. Anyway, it come back. And he looked, and by that time, like, it had gone from... the little lump had gone from there.
Size of a thumbnail.
To a 20-cent piece, and then eventually it got to a 50-cent piece. And it was starting to affect my eyesight, starting to affect the nerves of the body. Like I said, I lost my balance, couldn't walk straight or anything. And like I said, still had the headaches. And then after that, Daryl would soon know when I was, he'd know when I was just about to take one, and the eyes would start to roll, and I'd, like that, like as if you wanted to be sick. Anyway.
So, I mean, look for those, if you've got any of these sort of symptoms, and I know that everyone in life has different experiences when things like this are happening to their bodies, but if you've got anything remotely like what Tanya's gone through, make sure you go and see a doctor. Like, it's really, really important. Just and just keep knocking on doors until you get results, because
until you get answers.
yeah, because that's like a whole year to have a headache, and then to have the seizures. They know that the growth is there, and still nothing's happening.
No, still nothing's happening.
And you've got no.
And it was growing. It was growing the whole time, and I was in terrible pain, just headaches and the seizures. Then it got to the stage where I'd, if I drank something and it went down the wrong way, or I was starting to cough, and I'd hold my head like that, and I thought, I wish they'd do something and start to kind of make a move. So anyway, Professor Elizabeth Pepper, she got involved then, and I'll tell you what, that's when things really started to
happen.
take shape. Apparently,
But this is still a year after the initial headache.
Yeah, she because her being a specialist, they're kind of hard to get an appointment with. Anyway, I got an appointment with her, and she put me through the paces, like do this and that, and can you touch your nose? And
could you touch your nose?
Yeah, I kind of went like that a couple of times, and it was starting to affect the sight. Anyway,
and that's something that and it shouldn't be getting to this point that you still haven't seen a doctor. But I mean, even just try doing that. I'm not going to do it just in case I don't do it. But it's no laughing matter. I know, but the thing is, try and do that where you get your finger to your nose, and just see that you can do that. And if you're having problems with that, that's just an indicator there's something wrong. And also like following your finger with your eyes, that too is another situation that if you're not doing that, like if you can't do it correctly,
exactly,
just insist on seeing someone, because it's life or death, isn't
it? And then she wanted me to, so it was pressing on the nerves of the brain, and she said, walk down my corridor and walk back to me. She said, I want to see your balance. Well, I tell you what, I was donging into walls, so I couldn't walk straight, and she's just there, just shaking her head like that, and when I walked back towards her, and she's like that, and she said, no, get inside. She said, I've seen enough. And then she got on the phone, and I don't know what she said, but she blah, 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 like that, and things started happening after that, and she got something moved forward like from November to July, so I didn't have so long to wait. And then it was up to Dr. Spatala. He was the man that fixed it all. I went to see, I got an appointment.
So how long before you've seen her before you had the operation?
Let's see, July, August, September, October, November, about 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Because Spatala's the big specialist, the best in Newcastle. And he's the top neurosurgeon. She must have got him. Again, I had to have another couple of MRIs because, he wanted to see them then.
So how big was it by this time?
By this time it was about the 50-cent piece and growing. Anyway, then after that, I seen Dr. Carr first, had the disc. Dr. Spatala was on holidays. When he come back and saw it, he said, that's when he leapt into action. He said, no, that's it, get her in. He said, I'm doing the operation. So anyway, I had to go for the pre-op. Then the 17th of December was the day. I'll tell you what, I was scared as anything. Especially after I knew what was going to happen.
Did they explain it all to you?
Like, yes, they did.
Exactly what they're doing. And do you think sometimes, I know it's scary anyway, but sometimes when you don't know, it's better, than when you do know all the details, you just start to...
Well, little mark on my arm there where he's had to put the needle in, the anaesthetist. Anyway, I was supposed to be done at 12:30 through the day, but I was the last cab on the rank, 6 o'clock. I had the gown on. He says, "Righto, this is your turn now." And I thought, okay, this is it. I thought, Anyway, I just kissed Daryl, hooray. And he couldn't, he could only go so far, and then he had to leave. Anyway, they got me just outside the operating theatre and put all the needles in and all that, and I don't know, something just kind of clicked as if to say, you know, like, this is it, I'm going to be done. And all of a sudden I started shaking like anything, and I thought, oh God almighty. The next thing I knew, they were waking me up. Apparently he must have got me on the table, and he's shaved all up the back of the head. Then he's cut, and then the drill went in straight through to the brain, and the size of the cyst that come out was the size of a golf ball.
Wow, so it grew so quickly, didn't it?
And I was under the anaesthetic for 4 hours and 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then after he's drilled, he's had to open up my head and then get the cyst off, and then I suppose they've had to close my head up, like I think with glue or whatever, and then 3 layers of stitches to
So
keep the head together.
Was it at the base of the brain?
Yes.
And so the pressure was on all the nerves, is that right?
Yep.
Hence the headaches, the seizures. So have you had any seizures since you've had it done?
No.
Wow, that's fantastic. And what about the headaches? Are they gone?
Yeah, they're gone, but I'm still very sore around the head, like just all round where the soft tissue part is, like where he's had to drill. I'm still sore there. And like I said, I go to Dr. Shiver, and he checks me out every time I go there, which is, you know, every 2 weeks to a month. And I always, you know, give him a look at the head, and he wants to see how it's going and my recovery and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just very sore, and just feels very, it's a lot of scar tissue there.
Well, it's a big thing.
Well,
so what date did you have it done?
17th of December.
So we're only in May, and I mean, your recovery was pretty good. Like, I know when you have a lot of painkillers and stuff, and you've had anaesthetic, and you're sitting up in bed, and you look pretty good. But I know, you know, there's a whole lot of other stuff going on, and you know, thankfully that you kept persevering, because a lot of people would have given up. Like, what did they think it was that you, like, what were doctors saying to you when you were saying about the headaches? They were just saying, like, go home and take Panadol, or...
Yeah, more or less. I don't think half of them thought that it was real serious. But as soon as I got to Elizabeth Pepper, she kind of turned it all around, and she was the one that snapped everyone into action.
Yeah. And I mean, that's so... that's about just persevering, isn't it? And just not taking no for an answer.
Yeah, well, she obviously knew that something was wrong, and it needed looking into, you know, really quickly.
So now today, you feel that you're great? You feel good, or...?
Well, I feel a lot better than what I was back in December. Not long after I had it done, well, because he drilled through there, I just felt like as if a baseball bat had been wrapped around my head, and God, I was so sore I couldn't keep anything down for 3 days. I was in there because of the anaesthetic. I was sick and everything like that, but I still wasn't out of the woods then. I had to go back to Dr. Shiver on the 3rd of January to get the results. And
everything good?
I went there and I waited, and I said to him, I said, okay, I said, give me the diagnosis then. And he said, yeah, this is the release chart and all that, what Dr. Shiva, he obviously mailed it to him. And he says, I can tell you now, he said, there's a slim chance of anything ever growing back there again, so they must have got it all, but I still think, you know, like, well, I don't take anything for granted or anything like that. And he says, you're cancer free.
Yeah. That's so awesome. And I mean, then, like, not only did you get through that, but you've had to have a shoulder op straight after that.
Yep.
Like, gosh, was that an injury that you had with your shoulder? And
yeah, stupid me, I just got in the way of a horse and he double barreled me, and oh, silly me, I went flying and the shoulder kind of went straight back behind my back, and I couldn't do a lot of things, right arm, and it was absolutely buggered. And so yeah, and
so when was that? That was not that long ago.
Yeah, he the injury was about 4 years ago this August, and I only got operated on about a month ago.
Yes, so you've just got through the other surgery and then you've had that.
Yep.
So was that because it just got worse, your injury?
Yeah, I couldn't put my arm behind my back. I ended up with a frozen shoulder, and yeah, just not couldn't dress myself and everything like that. And God love Daryl's heart, he's had to dress me, and you know, like just kind of be my right arm.
Yeah, that's what happens when you've got someone special in your life. That's how it has to be. And
exactly.
That's how important it is in life. You've got that beautiful supportive family or person in your life that, that's why we are who we are, and that's what you do, and you make that commitment to someone. And should the tables be reversed, like you would look after them as much,
yeah,
so that's what being together is all about.
Exactly.
But like that's a month ago. Was it a month ago?
Yeah, about a month ago.
So how's that going now?
Well, I'm still working with a physio out at the John Hunter, and I do my exercises twice a day, and I can kind of lift my arms up like that, and then I've had to do that, and that can be a little bit sore, and I've had to do a couple of exercises, and a couple of them I've had to move the shoulder, and yeah, it can be quite painful.
But the thing is, you've had it done, and you go to physio, and a physio says if that's what you've got to do, that's what you've got to do, right, Tanya?
Exactly.
You've got to go through that little bit of pain because you've now got the movement. And I mean, I've watched you over time that you've been where that arm was so, I felt your pain. You weren't moving very much at all.
Yeah, well, you should have seen not long after I had it done. I had the block there, so I felt no pain. Had the arm there like that, and it was the most weirdest feeling because it was completely numb. There was no feeling, and it's like as if
it didn't belong to you.
Yeah, it's like as if it was someone else's arm in there, and mine was like that, and there was just a spare arm in there, and I thought, oh God, I couldn't touch it. I thought, ooh, yuck.
But look how far you've got now in, what do we say, a month?
Yep.
That's just incredible. I mean, it's amazing now what they can do, isn't it? As far as when you're sitting there like this and you've had brain surgery, you've lived through that, you've had reconstruction on your shoulder, you've lived through that, and look at you, you're amazing. You're I know, you shed a few tears, but you're a very positive person, and it is about...
Sometimes you have to be.
Well, you do. I mean, very easily you could give up, couldn't
exactly
you?
right.
I mean, it'd be a lot easier to give up than it is to fight and stay strong and positive.
Exactly.
And you can get to the stage, and I know you're battling through with your sister's cancer right now, and yeah, she's not in a good place right now, and hopefully we'll get her on the show to talk about her journey as well. But, you know, each and every week when I have someone as positive as you, like, you know, it's all about spreading the word and helping other people.
Exactly.
And if there's someone out there now that's watching this show that they've gone through a similar thing, or maybe they're about to go through it, maybe they haven't, they've just got the diagnosis right now, and they're scared and they're worried, you know, or maybe they've just been experiencing headaches for some time, and maybe no one's listening to them either. What would be a message of hope that you would give a person like that that's watching the show now? You can look down the camera now and leave a little message of hope for that particular person, or someone that knows someone that's going through a situation. What would you say to them?
My message would be, anyone who experiences headaches for a long time and the headaches just don't leave them, don't go away, get to your doctor, and if you can, just try and get some answers and fight. Don't give up. That'd be my message.
And that's what it is, yeah, fight for it, because life is so precious.
It is.
And, you know, you look at all the people that are around you, that are in your life, and the love that's surrounded you, and, you know, the beauty of having people in your life and family, and, you know, you want to fight for that, don't you?
And you don't want to live in pain.
No, well, who wants to live in pain?
No, exactly right.
You know, we just want answers, we want it fixed. And, you know, and the way that life is now, and surgeons are so incredibly talented.
Oh, aren't
You know, when you think about my little grandson, he's just had surgery on his head. And, you know, he's home now, but you just go, wow, isn't it amazing what they can do? And he's a little baby.
Exactly.
You know, and you just go, wow, it's just, they're so talented. And even the fact that they can, you know, kind of like operate on a baby. Like, how can they do that? I don't know how they could do that.
No, me either.
I know they're highly trained and skilled, but it's just the thought of it. Like, and, you know, I just think, I want to say thank you to all the amazing surgeons out there. Thank you to the anaesthetists. Thank you to all the amazing nurses. Everybody that works in hospitals. The people that bring you the meals. The people that clean. All those beautiful people. Here's a personal thank you from me, because, you know, like I said, my little grandson's just been to hospital and had a major operation. My auntie is going tomorrow to have open heart surgery. So thank you to all the beautiful people that work in hospitals and have anything to do with hospitals, ambulance drivers, just everyone. Thank you for being there, and thank you for doing your job, because I tell you what, it takes a very, very special person to do what all of you people do. And thankfully there are people like you that are in hospitals and working in those jobs. You know, like, and thank you to all the beautiful people that watch me every week too. And I'll just read out some of the names. Shireen Lowe, thank you so much. Brenda Snipersky. Oh, my eyes are so bad. Reese Livermore, Margaret Moffat, and please excuse me, Brenda, for not pronouncing your name well enough. Sharon Sharp, thank you, Sharon Sharp. Shireen Smith, thank you. Lee Jones, thank you. Emma Louise Mason, thank you. And Cherie Walters. Peter Marina, Lance Baker, thank you, Lance, for watching tonight. Now, Lance had a similar situation of headaches, and we recently interviewed him. You'll have to watch his interview. Quite amazing. Karina Dendel, thank you so much, Karina, because I know so much is going on for you right now in your life with your father with Alzheimer's. Debbie O'Donoghue, thank you very much. Tanya Lee Perry, thank you, Tanya. I haven't seen you on board for a while. Louise Ann Poole, thank you. And Christine Cowan, thank you, everyone. And thank you to all the people that I haven't written their names down. So thank you, everyone, for coming on board and watching my show each and every week. And I think I'm up to, like, you know, in the high 70s right now. So 100 show will be on the 4th of December. So it'll be live. I'll let you know where it's at, because it's a live audience we'll be having. So you can turn up on the night. It'll still be Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. just happens to be my birthday on that night. So it'll be 100 shows, and I'm going to be interviewed. So I'll be interviewed by my son and my son-in-law, and all the questions are going to be coming from the audience. So, you know, if you're interested in being there in the audience, if you want to ask some questions, and there's not one topic that's barred, so it's whatever you want to ask, because I figure, you know, each and every week, everyone that comes on my show, you know, they're so raw and honest and, you know, give their story to me. The least I can do is give mine to you. So, yeah, it'll be a pretty colourful night, I would think. So we'll always, we'll have a entertainment. One of the guys, Michael Wilkes, that we interviewed some weeks ago, he launched his song in Nashville on the 25th of March, I think it was. It's gone viral. He's going to be on the show singing for us. We've got a heap of stuff happening. So I'll let you know the venue as we get closer and we lock it in. But definitely keep it there for the 4th of December. So I'll say goodnight to everyone out there, and thank you so much for being so supportive in my dream. Thank you, everyone, and know that no matter what in life, do not give up. No matter what, just don't give up. Find
Keep
that
going.
inner strength. Yeah, keep going. And no matter what in life, know that you're going to be okay. So we're going to do a thumbs up.
Yep.
We're okay, and everyone's going to be okay. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Good night.